Welcome back to the channel, Poverty Family. Woo! I just got done washing the car. I'm a little out of breath. But it's your boy, Kenny versus Poverty. So look guys, on today's episode, I want to talk about, I made a post about a week ago, man, and I feel like I wanted to elaborate a little more on it. How much does your job cost you? And initially when you say that term, you know what I'm saying, it might make people a little uneasy. They might be like, man, what are you talking about? My job costs me. That's why I go to make money. You go to your job to make money. That's how you make money. You go to your job. I understand. I'll catch y'all up to speed. Give me some time. For the last 2 years, hard, for the last 4 years all around, I've been heavy on finding my purpose, you guys. I've been heavy on figuring out why I feel like inside of me there's an imbalance. I went to these jobs, I went to work, but I feel like I'm not getting, as a lot of people, I'm not getting compensated for what I feel like I'm worth, right? Can any of you guys agree with that? And then it took me a while learning, understanding, getting around people that are in positions that I want to be in before I really understood you don't get compensated based on your worth. You get compensated in direct correlation with the value that you bring to the world. So then, really, you got to tell yourself the truth in the mirror. How much value are you truly bringing to the world, right? How is the world being convenienced by your presence? And that's a hard truth that a lot of people have difficulties telling themselves and coming to the understanding.
Yeah, I just saw a yellow cool car.
You saw a yellow cool car?
Uh-huh.
Oh. All right, so look, and this is what I mean. Your decision when you grow up on what you're going to do for work is always something like shot for the movies. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you're younger and you think about your job or what you're going to do for money or what your purpose is going to be, we're talking about the moons, right? Kids say crazy stuff. Astronaut, astrologist, the president, rapper, basketball, etc., right? And I feel like because the world and the schooling system isn't set up to make those things feasible, to provide you with everything that's inside of you, letting you decide the course of your life and not making you dependent on whatever the hell the next dollar per hour is to fund your dreams. Because the world ain't set up that way, you get beat down, you get depressed, right? You start to doubt yourself. Everything around you conditions you to believe that you're supposed to be in these environments. You're supposed to be, right now, you're supposed to be at Walmart. You supposed to be at Fred Meyer. You supposed to work at 7-Eleven. You supposed to work at Arco. You supposed to work at Texaco. Nah, you supposed to work at McDonald's. That's where you're supposed to be. That's what the world makes you feel like. That's crazy when you really think about it. We're supposed to be dumbing down our intellectual property that's inside of us. We're supposed to be dumbing down our dreams, aspirations, and goals that are inside of us. And then trading our time for a currency that usually leaves us more destitute than when we started. I'm big speaking. I'll say it again for you guys. We're supposed to be trading our time for $1 per hour that's going to leave us broke as hell and not able to afford the finer things that we want in life. That's insane.
Closer to where you're trying to get than where you started from. So you got to keep going. And that's the point. If you stay down, you'll reach that point. You'll look up and be like, shit, it's closer to get to where I'm trying to get than to stop and turn around. So, just stay at it. That's it.
Because we're coming in from a need-based standpoint, mental costs. Man, hold on. I got to get raw with y'all. All right, so look. The mental costs for working where you work and doing the things that you're doing are hard to articulate for me because I don't know your position. You see what I mean? So I don't know if you're a smoker. I don't know if you're a drinker. I don't know if you smoke cigarettes. I don't know how you specifically cope with stress. But what I do know is, I do know there's some means of coping that you have with your job that lets you release your stress, reset your power button, and enable you to go back into work the next day. You feel what I'm saying? So What we don't do is factor in the cost of all of those things. We factor in how much we get paid, but how much you get paid, so how much of your dollar per hour? So let's throw some out. $15 per hour is what we're pushing for, right? United States minimum wage. 16, 18, 20. Let's go with 20. So if you get paid $20 an hour, right? And I have to invest 2 of those dollars per hour on transportation to get here. All right, now I'm down to 18, right? And then I have to invest an additional $3 per hour to feed myself while I'm here. All right, my God. So then now we're down to 15. And then taxes takes the rest, and then we're not even incorporating the mental costs that it takes for me to pay for my cigarettes, right? For my marijuana, for my bottle of Hennessy, whatever it is that you invest in that helps you keep yourself balanced. All of this, mind you, is taking yourself out of the system and the clock that your body naturally has, right? All of this totally distorts the health value that you think that you may be pushing toward. It totally distorts that because you're not able to pay attention to what your body needs while you're in that rhythmic state. But
Investing your body.
The question that I have is, how much does your job cost you? Right? That's question number 1. And 2, when you're taking new jobs, are you incorporating the cost that I'm talking about right now? Are you incorporating that in your negotiation strategy? Because I think that this needs to be, 1, talked about more. Number 2, included in your compensation package. So when a job tells you that, okay, well, I'm gonna give you $15 an hour, you tell them while you think that you're worth the job, but you also tell them why you think you're worth 20. Now, the negotiation strategy that might leave you with 18, but all in all, you get to keep more of the money. So let me pause right there, because when we're talking about economics, I think this is what we skip over. I think the main thing that we skip over when we talk about economics is understanding the difference between gross and net income. Everybody talks about the dollar per hour as if your gross income is your net income. And I think until we get those two things understood, we're not talking about the same thing. You're not really understanding what the hell I'm talking about. Because when you're running a business, I can't say last month I made $10,000 if it cost me $9,000 to operate said business. I only made $1,000. You see what I mean? So like $10,000 is a personal goal of mine. But my personal goal of $10,000 is $10,000 net. So even if I hit the $10,000 gross goal, that's not hitting my goal. I can't celebrate for that because I don't get to keep that amount of money. You see what I mean? So when we think about jobs, we got to think about gross and net income so you can actually do something with your money to put you in a better position. That's just something that was on my heart, you guys. Because I don't want to be one of those people that gets the game and don't reinvest it back into my people so they understand what I'm talking about, what I'm doing, where I'm going, and how I look to give back and put and pour into my people. And then B, I want you to get what the hell it is that you're trying to get. I want you to achieve the things that you're trying to achieve. Because it's only by you achieving what the hell you're trying to do, and me achieving what I'm trying to do, and our children achieving what they're trying to do, to actually move the needle. A couple people making it to the NBA ain't gonna help. A couple of rappers getting record deals, that ain't gonna help. Y'all ass not working at McDonald's and then complaining about making the cheeseburgers, that's what's gonna help. Don't work somewhere and then not be positioning yourself for information. I want you to work somewhere and then not be positioning yourself for future success. You work at McDonald's, learn the inner workings of McDonald's so you can give somebody the game if they want to open a restaurant. You work at Amazon, learn the inner workings of the distribution business. So if ever you need to set up a warehouse, set up a factory, you understand the analytics and how to run it on the inside. Take where you are now, propel yourself in the future, even if you can't use it, right? There's a lot about my old job that I can no longer use, but there's so much gain that I can take from my old job, package it, and then give it to the next person that needs it, right? So anybody, I don't give a damn what you sell. If you sell anything, I can teach you how to increase your dollars per hour by at least $2 to $5 per hour just in the way that you talk to your customers. So there's so much gain that you can take from your situation that you don't have to throw everything in the garbage. Like, I know that you used to work over there. And I know that you trying to work over here. And I know that you want to work over here. But you don't gotta throw the game away every time you leave. You can use that to put yourself in a better position. All right, man. That's the message from me to you. I appreciate y'all, man. Kenny versus Poverty out.